Awesome. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body. And then we will hop into 26 into yoga, 26 yoga asanas, postures, and 2 pranayama breathing exercises. If at any point something doesn't feel right for your body, remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, and that's good, but we're never going to a point of pain or a point where we can't breathe through our nose. So for the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'll stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Take a moment with your arms down by your side, stand up nice and tall. Feel both of your feet firmly rooted into the ground. So you're really just starting to arrive in your yoga space, arrive in your breath, arrive in your body. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Slowly exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in towards your ribs and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do Cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift, hips over heels. Slowly exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Slowly exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, weight in the toes. Exhale, step back into your high plank and hold here for a moment. If that lowering down motion does not work for you, skip it, go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, hug your elbows in and imagine you're slowly pulling yourself down. Inhale your up dog or cobra. If you're doing up dog, thighs off the floor, shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. If you're doing down dog, notice if you're pressing your body weight into your wrists. Spread your fingers and reach down to all 28 knuckles, the space between your index finger and thumb and the pads of your hands, so you're not putting all of your body weight in your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, weight in the toes, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly exhale, hold. Inhale, reach your eyes, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels are not touching the floor, you can take a wider stance. If you have tight hamstrings, you're welcome to micro bend your knees so that you're not putting all of your pressure in the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press the knees back, press your heels down, push the floor away from you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful, so that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 into yoga, beginning with pranayama, standing, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Come to the middle of your mat with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs through your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch, pointing to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, hips a little forward, just the head drops back, no backward bending. Inhale, head down as you inhale, suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up, even as you exhale, abdomen in, draw the belly button back, chest up, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every you inhale, you're going to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath, push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. First set, spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller, suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push and squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, toes, heels touching. Interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine. And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up, breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale to your mouth, slowly head back, stretch your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lungs empty, 1. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, elbows up, 6. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale, take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements, elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, head down. So through the breathing exercise, we're learning to breathe a little longer, a little slower, a little deeper, full lungs. Exhale, head up. We're also working on neck and shoulder mobility. Just your head drops back. No backward bending, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So the lower body stays still like a statue. Chin comes down, look straight ahead. Exhale, head up. Use your knuckles to push your head back. Squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life when your lungs are totally full. Surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any fears, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue with Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, lean your upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears, abdomen in. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Bring the weight back into your heels, lift your kneecaps, squeeze your butt, and push your hips a little forward. Engage your abdominal wall and slide your breastbone up. Upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Option to stay here or get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Stretch up nice and tall. Imagine you're leaning against a wall behind you and slowly bend your body to the left without bending elbows, without bending knees, without holding your breath. We're gritting your teeth. Press your hips to the right as you stretch your upper body to the left. So you're stretching the right side body and toning the left side body. This is a great way to wake up the spine at the beginning of class. And we're also working on shoulder mobility and grip strength. Squeeze your palms together. Bring the left shoulder a little forward, right hip forward. Root down through the heels, lift up through the chest. Use your breath to guide you. Inhale, lengthen your arms, especially your left arm. Exhale, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. Take a deep breath. Full lungs. Keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt. Lift your chest. And bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. Full spine back bending from coccyx to the neck. Lower back, middle back, and upper back. Keep the weight in your heels. Lock your legs. Inhale, breathing. Push stomach, thighs, hips. Everything forward. Arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Savasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels. From underneath, step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Pull your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine of the floor. Stomach in, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Let your head hang heavy. Eventually face touches the shin. So in the back bend, we open the front of the body, compress the spine, and now we're starting to really stretch the spine instead. It's a calming, cooling posture after a stimulating back bend. Let your head hang heavy. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, knees can bend as you lift up. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, switch the grip. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip. Press your heels down, inhale, stretch up tall. Exhale, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending elbows, without bending knees, push your hips to the left, stretch your upper body to the right, breathe in and out to your nose. Use your right side core, your right oblique, squeeze the right side body, stretch the left side body, continue to breathe. Left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward, inhale, lengthen, exhale, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. Imagine you could press your whole body against a wall in front of you, even the armpits. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Squeeze your glutes and your quadricep muscles the whole time as you breathe in and out to your nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your right hip a little forward, two hips in line. Left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. You can stay here or get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up, second part opener. Deep breath, full length, keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. So especially in a world where we hunch forward a lot, the back bends can feel a little intense, but they're really good for our spine health. Keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your butt, and lift your chest so you're not collapsing into your lower back. Press your heels down, push your hips forward, push your hands back, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, fold, go down. Hands to floor, drop your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Savasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves or your Achilles from behind. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Notice if all the weight is in your pinky toes and your knees are kind of coming apart, hips are opening. Press the big toes down. Spiral inner thighs back. Imagine you're going to hook your rib cage over your knees. Keep pulling, keep stretching, roll forward, hips up, knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, knees can bend as you lift. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance inside of your feet, perfectly parallel like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, fingertips active. Abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only. Hips into a chair, suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck your stomach in, hold it in tight. Bring a little bit more weight back into your heels. Keep the hips low. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Focus one point straight ahead and then lift your heels up. So now we're playing with balance. Press your big toes down, stretch up at the top, bend your knees and sit down. Notice if the knees want to come apart or together, keep the knees pointing forward. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Inhale to come up, last part, keep your arms active. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, you can stop whenever you want. You can also put your hands on the floor to help you down, getting that range of motion in the knees and hips. Stop when there's still a gap between your hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs. Spine perfectly straight from the side. Looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms and shoulders down. Take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, about hip width distance, 6 inches. Not too big of a step, but also not too short. It's kind of a Goldilocks situation. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So to sit down more, you can kind of fold forward, stick your butt out, bend your knees, sit down, and then start to lift up. Engage your lower abdominal wall, keep your triceps tight, reach the arms forward, drop the shoulders down, lift your chin up, chest up. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward, so you're gonna tuck your tailbone under here. Now lift your heels as high as they go, stretch up and sit down. Press the big toes down, lift the heels up. Heels a little higher, stomach in more, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Press the hips forward, try to eliminate the gap in the lower back. If you're like me, that's really hard. Stop when there's still a gap between hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest. Re-engage the fingertips, triceps tight, arms long. Change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back. Let your arms and shoulders fall. Eagle pose, Garasana. We're gonna do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right elbow under left elbow, cross first at your elbows, again at your wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, one day fingers below the nose, bend your knees, sit back and down, shift your weight to your left foot, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, and breathe. In and out to your nose. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit back and down, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, big stretch. Swing left arm under right arm. This is a rare moment where you can let your arms be soft and just use momentum to cross and twist, thumbs towards your nose. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down, shift the weight into your right foot and bring your left leg over your right leg. Cross twist and breathe with a relaxed jaw. On this side, bring your knees a little to the left and upper body to the right. You want your elbows over your knees and your hips and shoulders facing forward. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. If your foot is not coming out, sit down more. And even if you're not losing your balance, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, right in the second set. Remember, you can let your arms be loose and floppy. We swing right arm under left arm. Sometimes I like to interlace my fingers and work the wrist joint. This can help to get the wrists in line so that the fingers can be in line. Pull elbows down, sit back and down, keep your hips low, and bring right leg over left leg, cross and twist. Push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward. Now try to bring right knee to right and left knee to left, right elbow to right and left elbow to left. Feel deep compression running down the center line of your body among all your major joints. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, here we go. Bring your left arm under your right arm. This side might feel or look different, it does for me. On the other side, I can kind of get my fingers in line. And then this one, not so much. Pull elbows down, Sit back and down, bring the weight into your right heel and left leg over right leg. Cross, twist, and breathe. Right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. Make sure you're not grabbing the floor with your right big toes. If your left foot is wrapping, do try to eliminate the gap between left ankle and right calf muscle. Point your left toes. Sit a little bit lower, breathe a little slower, lean your upper body back again. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Pardon my allergies. Okay. Cheers. Shout out to my fellow allergy people who can barely breathe through their nose right now. Okay, standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Shavasana, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, squeeze your left thigh tight, and lift your right leg up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid. Concrete, one piece lamppost unbroken, you have no knee. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until it's exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg lock. Take a breath. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back, you're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock, lock your arms, lengthen your spine, puff up your chest, and then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. Bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse. Out. Shift your weight to your right leg so your big toe points forward. Lift your left leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your left foot. Contract your inner thigh, outer thigh. Squeeze your right butt, and when you're ready, lift your left leg up. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up a lot and pushing your knee back a little bit so that your knee is over your ankle, but you're not necessarily hyperextending the knee joint. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. It's a really wonderful way to stretch the Achilles and calf of the kicking foot, as well as strengthen the ankle. If both legs lock from the side, legs make an upside down L like Linda, pop up your chest and bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles. Bring the chest and shoulders down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Inhale, exhale, change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or an even. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, contract inner thigh, outer thigh, lift your kneecap, squeeze your glute. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down and pick up your foot. So you're using the muscles in your standing leg to keep the bones and joints stable. When you're ready, inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out. Change. Good. Last one, shift your weight to your right foot. Big toe points forward. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. That'll cramp your calf. Keep your left leg lifted, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your left foot, webbing to webbing grip. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, press your hips forward, heel forward, chin to chest. Keep moving the heel and hip forward so knee and head touch. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Whenever you're ready, change. Slowly come up. No rush. Good for you. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together, bring your right hand up, out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, left arm up and back, right hip forward, knees together. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. At first, you just want to find a place where you can hold still and breathe. And if you fall out like I do, you just take a breath and hop back in. So at first, again, just finding a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. And sometimes the setup, like what I'm doing here, is enough, right? I'm already feeling my spine arch and my shoulder relax back. When you're ready, you're going to start to come down parallel to the floor. Body down to parallel, leg all the way up to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Okay, bring your left hand up, out to the left, so your shoulders rotating out. Reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder in any way. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, thumb with the index finger, right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. So you start with your hips in line. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin, lift your shoulders, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Take your time. And remember that this side might feel different from the other side, and that's okay. Bring the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Breathe through your nose. Slowly bring the body down to parallel. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blade, scapula, stretching away from the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up and take a breath. Bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, left arm up, maybe arm back a little bit more, second set, knees together, right and down. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. So the more you come down, the more that you will increase heart rate, and the more you come down, the more you'll feel a stretch in the back of your standing leg, like the hamstring. You want to keep the chin and chest lifted the whole time. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, and the more you kick, the more back bend you get. One day standing splits, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Okay, last one. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, knees together, maybe arm back a little bit more. Lift your chin, lift your shoulder, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, reconnect to your breath. Notice if you're holding your breath or tensing your jaw. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw, breathe through your nose. Come down to increase the heart rate. So cardiovascular posture, body down more, keep the chin and chest lifted, big toe up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good for you, change, slowly come up. Okay, come to the back of your mat, Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and really stretch up. After the back bend of standing bow, we're going to create space between the vertebrae. Step your right foot forward like you're on a balance beam. Shift your weight to your right foot, stretch up, point your left toes, and when you're ready, slowly come down with control. So the slower you come down parallel, the more muscle groups you're using. Slowly body down to parallel, leg up to parallel. So you look like a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, stretch up tall, abdomen in. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, stretch, and tilt. So you want to use your muscles to stretch the bones, to stretch the joints, right? So charge your body forward, stretch your right big toe back, chest down more, chin forward, body down, leg up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. See if you can hold still. So hard, right? Okay, second set, arms over your head. Harder than the postures. Interlock fingers, release index fingers. Cross thumbs, stretch up. Step your right foot forward. Shift your weight to your right foot. Stretch. Point your left toes, squeeze your butt, and when you're ready, come down. Charge your body forward. Try to touch the wall in front of you. Shoulder blade, scapula, stretching away from the body. Body down more. Lift your leg up, leg up, leg up. Stretch. Change. Left foot down. Right foot back, stretching up tall, step your left foot forward, push biceps into ears, point toes, and come down. Use your grip strength. Use your inner thigh strength. Right hip down, spiral inner right thigh up, right foot to the right, body down, leg up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will continue to face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana, Vihapapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. Lock your legs. You can turn your toes in, pigeon toeing the feet to internally rotate the hips and pelvis, or you can point your toes forward. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Lock your legs all the way down, back flat all the way down. Don't bend the knees. Grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, you can grab the outsides of your feet. If you have tight knees or hamstrings, you can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you. This is a really nice way to take some weight away from the knees and hamstrings. For everybody, roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs. So for my hypermobile folks, think more about lifting your hips and knees up. So the knees are over the ankles, but you're not like jamming the kneecaps back, right? But for a lot of us with tight hamstrings or knees, you just want to roll forward more, hips up more, knees back a little bit more, keep pulling, keep stretching, touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, legs locked, hips forward, step your right foot back, arms over your head, and slowly arms down. Okay, if your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step so your spine can stretch more. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step so that the backs of your legs can stretch. However, it is possible to overdo the step, right? If your step is so wide that the knees are bent, or you feel the stretch on the inner thighs rather than the hamstrings, you're gonna take a little bit of a smaller step. Cool. Arms over your head sideways, step your right foot to the right, big step, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward so you're hinging at your hips. Good. If you can grab your feet, bend your elbows back, elbows to calf, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward, pull, stretch, catch your breath, touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. Good. Change. Slowly come up, take your time. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, slowly arms down. Okay. Triangle Trikonasana. Inhale, arms overhead, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. You can press your hips a little forward, squeeze your butt, lift your chin and chest up. From the get-go, think about squeezing your heels together. Feel your inner thighs start to engage. Turn your right foot out. Keep squeezing heels. Bend your right knee and lunge. So heels are squeezing, inner thighs are strengthening as you start to sit down and open the hips. Sit as low as you can, stay down there, and move your arms at the same time. Eventually, elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips towards your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. If your thigh is not yet parallel to the floor, maybe you just have the forearm in front of the knee. You don't want to stay all the way up, but you also don't want to collapse all the way down. You want a nice long 45-degree angle from the ankle to the crown of your head. Look up and stretch up. Sit down more, chest up more, turn and twist. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten the right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, breathing. Bend your left leg and lunge. You can turn your right hip a little forward towards your left knee. That helps you to sit down. Keep your right leg locked, lean back, and move arms at the same time. If the left thigh is parallel to the floor, then maybe elbow in front of the knee, but you're still not collapsing down, right? You want a space for air between your left thigh, left side torso, and left upper arm. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, and really stretch your arms apart. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, press the left heel into the floor to lift up. Left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms over your head, and slowly with control, arms down. And just practicing that stillness in between postures. Second set, arms over your head, step your right foot to the right, big step. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, maybe left toes in a little bit. Inhale, bend your right leg, lunge. Taking a wider or shorter step Might help you to sit down more, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move arms elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. Profile of your face visible to the side wall. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn. Twist upper body back. Open your chest like a flower, petal blooming. Lock your left leg. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Move arms. Press heel in the floor. Right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Okay. Bend your left leg, sit down. Again, you can take a bigger or smaller step if it helps you to sit low. Lean back and move your arms. So we're simultaneously strengthening the inner thighs and opening the hips. We're simultaneously strengthening the triceps and core and opening our chest and shoulders. So really right shoulder up, really left shoulder down, left rib cage forward just a little bit. Turn, twist, look up, stretch up, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and slowly arms down. Just having a little bit of awareness for how you're holding yourself, not just in the postures, but between postures as well. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Vipattapada, Janu Shirasana. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, turn your back toes in, push left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly with control. Chin to chest, abdomen in, fingertips to floor, beyond the big and second toe, touch your exactly forehead and knee together. If your forehead and knee aren't touching, you can try bending your front leg. You can try taking a wider or shorter step. Press the tips of your fingers into the floor, chin to chest, round your spine. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body. If it hurts to round your spine this much, flatten out your back a little bit in the first set. Second set, try it again, right? You have 2 sets in your whole life. You're never forcing your body. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Now in transition, my step gets shorter and my heels get crisscross. Uncross your heels and take a wider step. Turn your back toes in, press right hip forward, right rib cage forward, palms together, wrist straight, stretch up, and slowly with control go down. So you want to move slowly, that works the muscles, chin to chest, belly in, touch your forehead and knee together. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe, bring maximum weight to your front foot. Lift your left hip up, push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. Keep squeezing the front of the body as you round your spine. Push forehead into knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together first. Change, come up, hands together, wrist straight, chin to chest, head up last. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down, just reconnect to your breath for a moment. Keep breathing, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, cross thumbs, other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, a generous step, be generous with yourself. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push left hip forward, right rib cage back, stretch up, chin to chest, go down, stomach in, left hip forward, balance challenge, keep your hands together. Maybe just the thumbs crossed, maybe palms together. Stretch your fingers beyond your big and second toe, bring maximum weight to front foot, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line, throat choke, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. If your forehead's touching your shins, see if you can round your spine more, forehead and kneecap touch. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels, I'm gonna face you. You can make sure your heels are in line, but not crisscross. It can also help to turn your back toes in more. So rather than a 45-degree angle, I actually like to turn my heel to the back wall. So the right toes are really pointing forward. Right hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. It all has to do with the physiology of like how wide are your hips, right? What's the relation of like your hips to your femur? So every body is a little different. Don't be afraid to, take a bigger or smaller step or turn your toes in more or less. Right, round your spine, touch your forehead and knee together. Breathe here.
Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, go slow. Press your hips forward as you round out.
Head up last. So nice. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, Savasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Hold onto your foot from underneath your foot with one or both hands. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot, flat to ceiling. We call this tree pose, but many other styles of yoga call this a standing half lotus, right? You're training your hips and knees to sit in lotus pose one day. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. If you can balance, left hand up. Elbows down, spine straight, take a breath. Release, change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight, lift your left leg up, heel to costume, let your left knee drop, never force your body, left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. Make sure you're not grabbing the floor with your right toes, hips forward, chest up, try to temporarily eliminate any curvature in your spine. Change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree, or you can try another fun posture called toe stand, Padangusthasana. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, heel to costume, let your right knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. You're working on your balance, your core strength, and it's a nice stretch to the left Achilles as well. You can bring left hand up, right hand up, spine straight. Try to come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hands into the floor. Lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. Walk your hands back towards your feet and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze right thigh tight, lift your left leg up. If your foot falls, hold on to your foot. Otherwise, bring one or both hands together. And as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, bend your knees, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Whether you are in tree or toe, point your left toes, press your left hip forward, left knee down, 2 knees in line, spine nice and long from the side. Left hand, right hand, and toe stand, maybe come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, not for me today. Lift your hips up to straighten the standing leg, and then press your hips forward to come out. Good. Okay, when you're ready, change. Honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. We're on the floor for the rest of class. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle here. See. Okay, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, Savasana. Savasana is a gas station, let it fill you up. When you lie still with your limbs close together, your heart doesn't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through the body. It's a truly restorative posture. Notice what you're thinking about and just let it go. Just practice what it feels like to maybe notice that the mind has wandered. I mean, maybe it hasn't, but if it has, you just practice what it's like to notice that your focus is shifted and then compassionately return yourself back to the present moment. And this is a really wonderful skill to have outside of yoga as well. Just to notice when the mind has wandered and compassionately invite yourself back into whatever it is that you're focusing on. Pavana Muktasana, when removing pose, bend your right leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and pull. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, pull your knee out and down. Keep your left foot relaxed. Keep your right foot relaxed unless your right calf muscle doesn't touch the floor, and then you can flex your right toes back to your face. Change, left leg down, both legs, lift up, grab your elbows, each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class.
Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Hold and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone, joint, skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change. Arms down and eyes open. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. There's a line in the Bikram dialogue that says, like, it's okay to feel a pinch in your hip. And I very much disagree with that. A pinch in the hip can be like a sign of a torn labrum. So if you're feeling a pinch in your hip, ease up a little bit, but otherwise keep pulling down, knee toward shoulder. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands. Look down the center line of your body, keep squeezing, keep breathing. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top, squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, breathe, press your shins into your forearms, trying to roll the hips into the floor. Without lifting your head, tuck your chin in a little bit to feel your neck spine lengthen. Change, arms down and eyes open. It's funny, some of my colleagues in the 26 and 2 hot yoga, Bikram yoga community treat like the Bikram dialogue like it's a Bible, or even maybe like more than a Bible, right? Like, well, we just don't understand what he means by a pinched hip. And I do believe that it's a beautiful user manual and it has some really fun isms in it, like open your chest like a flower petal blooming. And there's also a few things that I just like wholeheartedly disagree with. So if you've ever been in a class where the teacher says, like, you might even feel a pinch in your hip, abort, ignore that. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit up, roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, squeeze your back, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees, enjoy the stretch. Okay, turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. All 5 fingers pointing forward. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, beautiful. Use 100% spine strength. Jason, you look so cool with that hood on. Lock your legs, keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Push your feet down, squeeze your butt, push your hips and hands down, roll the shoulders back and down, feel a nice opening through the chest. Lift your chin up, chest up, look up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Slow inhale through the nose. Even slower exhale through the nose. Second section, forward. Bend your elbows, plant your hands firmly on the floor below your shoulders. So from a bird's eye view, I can't see your manicure. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. I haven't gotten a manicure yet, but I did get a pedicure for the first time last week. And I went in and I was like, it's my first time in a year and a half, thinking she'd like get that a lot. And instead she was like, why? Were you scared? I was like, yeah, keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your hips down, press your hands down, lift your chest. It's a really great way to strengthen your back and open through your chest. Change, slowly lower down, look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, eyes open, slow breath in, and slow breath out. But it is a reminder that like we all have those things that we did not do for a year and a half, and we probably all have those things that like we did, but somebody else didn't, right? And I love that I'm fascinated by the relativity of the last year and also of this yoga practice, right? Like what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for someone else. So as always, like take what works for you and leave the rest, but also just remember that we are constantly evolving in body, but also in mind and spirit. So just because a cue doesn't make sense to you today, doesn't mean that, you know, later on it might really like mean something to you, right? So if you hear something in class, it doesn't make sense to you, just like put it in your back pocket, because maybe someday you'll be like, oh, that's what they meant. Bring your chin forward, Loka Shalabhasana, arm straight position. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Stretch your right big toe to the back wall. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Lift your heel a little higher, press your shoulders down. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, the space between your index finger, thumb, the pads of your hands, so you're not putting your weight into your wrists. Lock your leg, lift your heel, change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in. So mouth down, so your chin is not all the way in, but your mouth is down, your neck is neutral, spine long. Mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it. Struggle a little harder. Don't give up. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change slowly, lower down, bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on your mat. Release from the posture with a slightly elevated heart rate. Fresh blood rushes through the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingertips. So we play around a little bit with circulation in class, what Bikram calls like natural irrigation of the body. So the idea is you cut off a little bit of circulation from one part of your body, then you release out with an elevated heart rate. You get a nice rush of blood through that limb or that part of the body. It's really good, especially if you have like scar tissue in a joint. It's really good for working through that. Chin forward, arms straight, also really good for rheumatoid arthritis. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you as best you can, swollen joints, right? This is a really good style of yoga for that. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So we're stretching out all the tendons and ligaments in the arms, the hands. You're also strengthening your whole back, your glute, your hamstring, your calf. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point left toes, and lift your left leg up. And on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level, this posture also teaches us a little bit of grit, right? It's not like the most comfortable posture, but we're learning tenacity, mental strength, and fortitude. Change. Left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. If you're hyper flexible, micro bend your elbows, press your shoulders down instead of your chest. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. So you want to use your hips and forearms for leverage. Mouth down, shoulders down, glutes tight, lock your legs more, lift your heels up. Change with control, lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box, to the left. Let that one go. That's a Beyonce lyric, by the way. My mother recently said to me, to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. And I looked at her and I said, do you know what that's from? And she was like, it's from yoga class. And I was like, yes, it is also a song by Beyonce. So if you did not know why I say to the left sometimes, look up Irreplaceable by Queen Bee herself. It is a delight. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side for full locust, Purna Shalabhasana. Feet together, toes, heels touch. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747, taking off just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, stretch your arms apart, keep your fingertips active. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right. Maybe whole left ear on your mat. Maybe chin a little closer to shoulder. So starting to work into neck and shoulder mobility, even in your Savasana. Chin forward, second set, arms out to the side, working on shoulder mobility, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. If you ever Google yoga for back pain, this posture and the other ones on our stomach as well, these are all in pretty much any sequence you're gonna see. All of these postures, we're strengthening the muscles around the back. We're also doing like a healing compression to the spine. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine and arc from the sides. You're not dropping your head all the way down. You're also not jamming it all the way back. See if you can lift your arms up a little higher, working on arm mobility, shoulder strength, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, maybe whole right ear on your mat, maybe chin to shoulder, take a breath. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin on the floor, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside 2 inches below the toes. You can also grab one foot and have opposite arm out in front, and second set, switch it up. Otherwise, grabbing both feet, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up to the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Beautiful. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out to your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good. Change slowly, lower down. Look to your right. Now maybe left ear on your mat, toes together, heels fall open. So it's also an inverse opening to the hips here. If you have trouble turning your toes in and standing separate leg stretching, turning your toes in here will start to work on that mobility in the pelvis. Second section, forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside or opposite foot, opposite hand, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. You are kicking in two directions. You're kicking back and you're kicking up. Kicking like this bothers your knees. Try kicking up more than you're kicking back or vice versa. Notice if your knees are way wider than your feet. That's when I say bring knees in, feet out, but it is possible to overdo this, right? You want your knees and ankles in line, point your toes, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down with control, look to your left and let that one go. Send deep belly breaths in and out through your nose, massage the front of your body. Breathe deep into any point of tension. Let the floor hold you up. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat for fixed firm, Supta Vidrasana. I'm going to show you the first set from the side. Start in tabletop, open your knees, open your feet, point your toes to the wall behind you. Option to stay here or slowly start to walk your hands back and sink your hips down. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until one day you can sit down between your heels. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. A little bit goes a long way, especially when we're dealing with tightness in the knees. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, pedal flat, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, letting everything stretch out. So now you get a nice rush of blood through the hips, the knees, the ankles, the toes. I really believe in doing 2 sets of every posture, but like especially this posture, right? Because you want that rush of blood in between sets. Because again, it helps to work through tightness in the body. Sometimes the moments in between postures are as therapeutic as the postures themselves. You can skip the sit up by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, ground your heels in the floor, squeeze your butt, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Wonderful. Turn, come to the top of your mat, second set. If first set was rough, try opening your knees wider. If first set was a walk in the park, maybe knees together. Keep your toes about hip width distance. Slowly walk your hands back. Another trick, especially if you're like a cyclist or somebody with big calf muscles, you can put your hands on your calves and roll your calves out. That'll help you sit down a little bit more. Okay, one day put palms on soles, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, maybe other elbow on top. Take a breath. This is all easy. Walk your shoulders back closer to your hips to lift your chest higher like a natural human bridge. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, push up. Very nice, turn around, Shavasana. Letting everything stretch out and realign. So see if you can find some stillness, the same way that in the standing series, we want to be able to stand still between postures. In the floor series, we want to be able to lie still between postures, right? Again, this helps everything kind of even out and rearrange. And it's also just a nice tool for mindfulness, right? A lot of times when we go about our day, we're really not aware that we're fidgeting or fixing something, right? And so here, it's just an opportunity to notice when you're fidgeting and then just practice that compassionate stillness. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the back of your mat. I'm going to show you the first step from the side. Half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, stretching out the lower body joints. If it hurts to sit on your heels, you can always start standing on your shins. Arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Try to go down slow, squeeze feet together for control. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, tilt your pinky fingers down, lengthen your arms. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change knees, feet together as you lift up. Very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So if you think about it, the spine strengthening series, all the postures we do on our stomach, those are all back bends. And if you go back all the way in fixed firm, that's also a back bend. So it's really important to do this posture where we get a nice stretch through the spine, while at the same time still working on that toe, ankle, and knee tightness, right? But very much on purpose, we do this posture before camel pose. We can really lengthen through the whole spine. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. It's also good for mobility, again, in the ankles, the toes, and the shoulders. Arms overhead, palms together, stretch up and go down. And going down with a flat back is good for core strength. See if you can touch forehead to floor first. I know it's so hard. Little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down. Keep your neck long, so you're not like tucking your chin to your chest, but you're also not jutting your chin all the way out. Re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, come on up, go slow, biceps of ears, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. The faster you hop into Savasana, the longer you have to enjoy it. It's math. Legs, I don't know why I think that's funny. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Since on Zoom, I cannot hear any of you laugh at my bad jokes. I only do jokes that make me laugh at myself. Okay, come to the top of your mat. I'm going to show you from the side. Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Bring elbows together, push your hips forward, look up. One day, let your head drop back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Press the tops of your feet, ankle shins down. Press your hips forward, press your chest up. Drop your head back, look for your toes behind you so you get a little eyeball stretch as well. Good, change. Put your hands on your back. Press yourself up carefully with control. Head up last, turn around. Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. And especially after that back bend, it's really important to lie still on your back. So in camel pose, we do healing compression to the back and healing extension to the front, but that healing extension to the front of the body can kind of wake up some nerves and it can be a little stimulating, right? So to be able just to lie still here lets the spine stretch out between back bends, and it also lets the solar plex nerve system calm down. Also the sit up, if you do them, anytime you fold forward, that's calming, cooling, soothing for the nervous system. So the sit up here is a nice way to stretch your spine between back bends and also just like tell the front of your body that it is safe. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Enjoy the stretch. Okay, turn, come to the top of your mat, second set. If any of these postures on the knees bother your knees, you can always roll up your mat under your knees or under your ankles as well. Put your hands on your lower back, maybe bring elbows together, press your hips forward, keep your eyes open, keep your heels of your hands pressing into your lower back. One day head goes back, one day go back halfway. When you're ready, grab your heels. Press the hips forward, lift the chest up, rock your head back, enjoy the back bend. When you're ready, put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, let everything stretch out and realign. And let the floor hold you up. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your feet, sit up. Arms and ears. Wonderful. Okay, turn, come to the back or middle of your mat. Again, I'm showing you from the side, rabbit, Savasana. Sit knees, feet together. Make sure toes are touching, but your feet are not overlapping. You can make L's with your hands like little bunny ears and grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly with control. Take your time, try to feel each part of your back moving. Forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Reach back, grab your heels, option to stay here, or when you're ready, lift your hips up. So this is a rounded spine posture after that compression pose, right? Or compression to the spine after camel. We very much on purpose do a rounded spine posture. But if rounding your back is like too much pressure on the lower back, you can always keep your hips on your heels. Eventually you move your hips forward, shoulders up, heels together, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, have a blast. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Let's do it again. Second set, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, lengthen the spine. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Enjoy the way in and the way out, right? Just as much a part of the posture as rabbit itself. Forehead to knees, maybe nose between the knees, automatically top of head to floor, pull on your heels, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, slowly uncurl, chin to chest, head up last, turn around, Savasana. I had a student once tell me that I sound like I'm on helium when I'm doing that posture. And I was like, yes, that is what like a female with their chin to their chest upside down sounds like, right? Like my voice box is compressed and my tone actually goes up. And I share this only to say, if you've never spoken in rabbit pose, you might not realize that your voice box changes or that your throat is compressed. And I share that to say that sometimes we're not even aware of what parts of our body are affected by a yoga posture. And I don't mean that in a good or a bad way. I just mean to say, sometimes we're like, oh, this is purely rounding my spine or stretching my toes. And all these postures, right, they're embodied movements. They're good for enlivening the spirit, but there's often little parts of your body that you don't even realize you're working. Legs together, arms over your head, only cross your thumbs, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat for rabbit Savasana. No, not rabbit Savasana. Janu Sharasana, head to knee, 2 sets. Right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, as in legs. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your exactly forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choke, eyes open, breathing normal. If your forehead and knee don't touch with a straight leg, you're normal. Bend your right leg as much as you want. Touch your forehead and knee together. Interlock your 10 fingers, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, and put your forehead on your knee. Now, if it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going, kick your heel forward, eventually leg straight, lock your leg, eventually heel off the floor, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here and stretch up. Otherwise, lay down, be careful of what's behind you, and sit up. Good. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left. I know this is weird, but one of the things I'm most nostalgic for in like an in-person class is like, you lie back, you hit somebody's toes, you're like, I'm so sorry. And then you sit up and there's like feet in your face. It just like makes me laugh. Bend your knees, hook on your big toes, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you to keep a straight spine. Eventually legs straight, stick your butt out more. Try to lock your legs. Spiral inner thighs down, flex little toes back so the soles of your feet are flat. If your toes are turning in like tacos, flex the pinky toes back. Taco Tuesday was yesterday. Lock your legs, lock your arms, stretch up and fold. Stomach to thighs, pull, chest and knees stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Or like you're next to the person who's just like sweating buckets and there's like a pool of water around you and you watch it slowly get closer to you. I know it's gross and I'm also like weirdly nostalgic for it. I'm like, ah, yes, what a joy. Legs together, arms, you will get there soon enough. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Second set, right leg out, left leg in. I'm really selling this, right? Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, forehead and knee together. Flex your pinky toe back, eventually the back of the knee on the floor, quadricep muscle engaging, elbows down, opening, sliding, shoulder blades, scapula apart, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll in, two both left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make an L as in left. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, touch your forehead and knee together. Make sure that your left thigh is not on top of your right foot. You're flexing the right toes back as well so that the sole of the right foot pushes into inner left thigh bicep. Notice if you're leaning to the left, move to the right, right hip down, right knee down, two shoulders in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, option to stay here or lie down and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. That is in the dialogue, 10 to 15 times. Keep going. Can also help to like pull your butt out from behind you. Spiral inner thighs down, flex little toes back, lock your legs so eventually backs of the knees to the floor, puff up your chest and pull. Shoulders back, chest forward, stomach to thighs, pull, chest and knees stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Spine twisting is a really wonderful way to reset the back, almost like a self-adjustment, like a chiropractic adjustment. So for that reason, we always do it at the end of class. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, come to the middle of your mat, Janu Shirasana. Nope, not Janu Shirasana. We're gonna do, I can't remember the name, Ardha Matsyendrasana? Okay, half floor to the fish pose. Here we go. Bend your left leg on the floor. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Touch your right heel to left knee corner. Right arm close behind you. Fingertips tented. Thumb towards you. Fingers behind you. Left arm up and over. Draw a circle with your arm to rotate the shoulder. Grab left knee with left hand. Point your left toes. Look down. If you are sitting on your left foot, slide it out of the way. Roll to the right. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull abdomen in, look over right shoulder and twist. Now, just like triangle pose, you can push your left elbow into your knee to turn and twist upper body back. You can keep your right hand close behind you, especially if you're leaning back. Otherwise, take your right arm off the floor, reach behind you, try to catch your left thigh with your right hand for a bind. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor. Touch left heel to right knee corner, point your right toes, keep your left foot, right knee on the floor. Left arm behind you, right arm up, draw a circle, rotate the shoulder over, grab a right knee with right hand. Keep your left hand close behind you so you're not leaning back. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder, twist. If you're leaning back, walk that hand in more, press the hips down, lift the chest up. If you can balance, take your hand out to the left, reach behind you, catch right thigh with left hand. Right knee down, left big toe down, point your right toes. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. As you may have realized by now, right and lefts are not my strength, and they probably will never be, and that's okay. But I've always found that it's cool that at the end of class, when as a teacher, maybe like you're a little topped out, it's like a grand finale firework display of like left, right, left, grab your right. It's so confusing, right? For students as well, right? You're a little discombobulated and then you're like, right knee with right hand, but legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay, come to the middle of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit crisscross applesauce, every once in a while, sit on your feet. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're sitting crisscross applesauce, switch it. Otherwise, fingertips active, arms straight, shoulders soft, and away we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. You can open your arms and legs and get as big or as little as you want. And take a deep, life-giving breath. Just breathing a little bit of life into your body. So in a sense, in yoga, we've actually on purpose discombobulate ourselves, right? We move our spine in 6 directions. We balance on 1 foot, 2 foot, right? On our butt, on our stomach, on our back. We do all of that so that at the end of class, you might find maybe it's a little bit easier to be still and just enjoy your own company, right? So take this moment here, just take a slow, leisurely inhale through your nose. Slow, relaxed exhale through your nose. Just putting one breath in front of the other. Inhale. Exhale. You're perfect just as you are.